welcome to the Cosy Couch spoilercast edition. So this is a spoilercast all about Batman vs Superman. So if you haven't seen the film, I'd advise you don't watch this until you have, because we're going to just be dissecting it, going through it, what we thought, what we liked, what we didn't like, you know. So I mean, if you haven't seen the film, I said, last warning, do not watch this until you've seen the film.
The first couple of minutes, in fact, you know, maybe the first 30 seconds, you can watch that. We'll just give you a quick, did we like it, didn't we, should you watch it? And then we will warn you, right, spoiler territory.
Yeah, we'll quickly give you a review of it, what we thought, a basic review, then we'll go into spoiling, okay? So, out of 10, what would you give it?
Out of 10, right, okay.
For me, it was a 6 out of 10.
Well, I'd have went 5.
5.
I'd
cool.
have went, definitely 5. I
would definitely say, as you said in the normal episode of Cosy Couch, go and watch it, make your own opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
don't take our word as law.
Because we had a very mixed group. Some people loved it, some people hated it. We were quite middle, you know. So I mean,
I enjoyed parts of it.
Yes.
A lot of it annoyed me. Being a fan of Batman and Superman, I just don't think this film did them any justice. Oh, Dawn of Justice. Wish I had an air horn right now. But no, it's good. Yeah, if you, like we said, if you like these characters, go and watch this film. Because you need to see this for yourself. Don't just let somebody tell you that it's good. Because you might love it, whereas other people really disliked it. I can't do this. We need to just go. Thanks. If you're watching this, if you've not seen it, go see it for yourself. If you're really tight for money and don't want to spend money in the cinema, probably maybe don't go and see it unless you really fucking love Batman and Superman. You know, so go and do that. For anyone else that's watching it, we are hitting full spoiler territory now because I can't not talk about this film.
Last warning.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Yeah,
okay, so if you're still here, you're on board, right? So
yeah. If you're still here, I've taken fucking notes about this shit. Okay, so let me just. I put notes in a weird order as I thought them, but
should we go through what we liked, what we didn't like it, then go through the notes? Or have you
they are sorted into likes and dislikes.
Okay, that's fine then.
Okay, well what would you like to start with? Positive or negative?
I feel the positives about the film were Batman, fantastic.
Yeah, that's my number one point for positives.
Ben Affleck is a brilliant Batman. I always feel like the person who plays Batman is not more about them playing Batman, it's more about if they play a good Bruce Wayne. You know, because I mean, Batman is the easy part. You wear a costume, you put on a dark voice, and you fight. Okay, very good. Yeah. It's the Bruce Wayne, and he was fantastic.
Yeah, he nailed, especially because you see two sides of Bruce Wayne in it. There's a point where, especially when he's going down the stairs in Lex's party, and this woman's like, "Oh, Mr. Wayne, okay?" And he's like acting all drunk. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I was just looking for the toilet. It's like, I think I've had one too many martinis." And she's like, "Oh, that's fine, toilets are upstairs." And as she turns her back, he just immediately, like, the dudest face, pure. Like, straight back to Batman. Like,
he does it with Clark Kent as well. When he first meets Clark Kent, he's trying to act the whole kind of, "Oh, do I own you? Oh, do you work for me?" and all that.
Yeah.
Is when he asks him, like, "What do you think about the Batman?" He's pure,
"Oh, what you saying about me, fool?" But no, I thought Ben Affleck was amazing. Batman's very different in this. Like, he kills people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, straight up, no fucks given.
I mean, Batman has killed before. Before everyone's like, "Oh, he doesn't kill."
Yeah.
He does. He's done it before, right?
And then,
very rarely, you know. So.
And in this, he is much further on in his career. He's been doing this a long time, to the point, and it, like they said, I think the arrival of Superman has made him kind of cruel. He knows, like, criminals are nothing. They're weeds. You'll pull them up, they'll just come back. So he started branding people, which is like a death sentence. Yeah. Basically, like, if you go in with a bat brand, you're fucked. And I mean, I just loved how he does not care. Like, it is, here's the mission, I don't give a fuck how many of these criminals, to the point there's certain points he doesn't even know if half these people are criminals.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't give a fuck. But I like that. Like, I like that they're doing something different with Batman, because they're trying to keep this grounded in reality. The reality of this world is, you could not do what Batman does and not kill people.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
realistically, because these people are just going to come straight back. Like, you need to be, like, he does make the hard call, and they're not saying that Batman didn't, has always killed. They're basically saying, like, right now, at this point in his career, yeah, he's okay with just doing whatever needs to be done.
It's kind of like the Batman games, it's like they'll say, oh, he doesn't kill, then he grabs a guy's head and smashes it off a fucking concrete wall.
Like, spin
Like 3
kicks
times and all that, you know.
Spin kicks a guy's head into a wall. You're like, they are dead. Like, there's
that guy
no
is gone.
Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Like, they are definitely dead.
But,
So no, Batman definitely a positive.
I'm sure so, you know what's right, but what I found super interesting, and we, like, us and everybody and the whole internet thought this about the trailers and that, where the Joker was going to be in it. It's going to be Jason Todd with the suit with the spray paint,
Yeah.
the notes and all that, and it wasn't. It was Lex Luthor the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The sending the notes.
Uh-huh.
That was really good. That was really well done.
Yeah.
Because you think the trailer kind of. It doesn't actually lead you to believe it's the Joker,
it was
but
just speculation because the whole Suicide Squad
yeah,
trailer coming out.
I'd run it at the
It's
same
just
time.
at
Yeah,
the same time, you know, everyone just.
you assume it's the Joker, but it's actually
And
not.
the fact they
it's
said
all
we're just used
orchestrated.
to clowns running around
Yeah.
Gotham, you know.
Although they don't discredit that the Joker could be Jason Todd, which I
yeah,
like.
absolutely.
For those of you that don't,
They didn't
Pay
confirm. They
attention.
didn't confirm the spray painted bat suit was
Yeah.
Lex Luthor, but it's kind of heavily implied. You know.
For those of you that don't know the Jason Todd theory, basically one of the people who was Robin was a guy called Jason Todd, and he was quite reckless and was always keen to like prove himself to Batman. So he goes to kill the Joker because he's like, Batman can't do this, I'll do it. And it totally fucked up. Joker led him into a trap, tortured him, and then it ended up killing him and sending the tape to Batman. And Batman was devastated because, I mean, it broke him because he was like, there was nothing he could do. As the comics went on, eventually they brought Jason Todd back, and he was the Red Hood, and he was kind of fucked up. He was like still a hero, but he would kill people. Much like the Punisher in Marvel, he is a hero, but he kills people, so you're like, well, it's not really right.
Deadpool kind of thing.
So basically, the story with this is that I think it's to kind of combat he wasn't as good as Heath Ledger's Joker, was that Jared Leto isn't actually playing the Joker. He is Jason Todd, and he was Robin, but was captured by the Joker and turned into this fucking insane guy. The Joker is now gone, and he's basically taken up the mantle. And there's loads of things to suggest this, and it's like tattoos he's got, you know, where it's like there's like wings, just different representations of
the bullet holes as well.
yeah, he's got a couple of bullet holes in him. It's just, and then there's the suit. Robin's suit is, you know, in a case, displayed, and it's spray painted. Ha ha! Batman, jokes on you. And then Batman says a line to Alfred in the film. How many good guys? 20 years of fighting in Gotham. How many good guys are still alive? How many guys stayed that way? And in this, they have confirmed that in this universe, like, he did have Robin. Robin was real, but Robin's dead. But he never ever says, like, Robin died. And it's the way he says that to Alfred and the way Alfred looks at him kind of suggests that the one good guy, like Jason Todd, Robin, turned bad, turned into the Joker. So, I mean, we'll see maybe more, we'll maybe find out more in Suicide Squad, but yeah, I like that they don't discredit that theory, which was really good. Another positive to me was there's the Flash coming into it, and the Flash basically coming back in time and basically saying to Batman, like, shit is fucked up. Like, you have to deal with this. Although, weirdly, this is also a negative for me, because Flash comes back in time. Basically, Batman's decrypting something, and it shows you very clearly it's taken a long time. Then he has this vision of like him in the future, the world's fucked. There's a massive Omega symbol, and he's hunting down kryptonite. Superman is a bad guy. Superman basically controls the world. He has an army. It's very it's very Nazi-like. And then as he wakes up, the Flash appears from a portal, who looks totally different. Like, he's got a kind of battle suit on with a helmet, and it's kind of hard to understand, but he's basically saying that Lois Lane is the key, because in the vision, Superman takes Batman's mask off and is like, you killed her, like, you destroyed my whole world, or referring to Lois. And the Flash is basically giving this message like, oh no, you need to deal with this threat, which makes you think something in this film causes that. Not the case. Like, this seems to be a message setting up Justice League. So as much as I thought it was so cool that they brought Flash into it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's come back in time to deliver this message. I like that. That was really cool. But as you get towards the end of the film, you're like, oh, that message had fuck all to do with this film.
See, for me, right, I'm not huge into comics, and anything I have read or I'm into is more Marvel side.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that bit at all. I had no idea who that was. It was coming back. I watched the whole scene. I was like, pure, this is fucking strange, you know. And then when you woke up, it was like, okay, was that a dream? Was it real? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I
feel like they didn't do a good job of saying, like, because they try to target these movies at a more casual audience as well as the hardcore ones.
I don't think they are. After watching that film, I think they're aiming at the hardcore and just hoping that the casual people, because I can kind of see how they've done it. If you're aiming at the hardcore, right, these people are going, that's the Flash. The Flash can travel back in time. Fuck knows how he made.
I didn't know that.
Fuck knows how he made Batman have the vision. The Flash can time travel because he can run so fast. He can literally bend time and travel back. So he's obviously come from this dystopian future, showed Batman this is what the world's going to be like. Things have to change. The reason I think it's a con is because one of my main... do you know what? We'll get back to this.
Okay.
We'll go back to it because it's one of my cons. I don't want to get too down on it right now. So basically, yeah, the Flash come back there. I thought it was a cool thing. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Because watching the trailers, I was like, well, this is obviously some kind of vision or nightmare he's having. But there was a lot of things aimed at Omega, which I was like, Batman couldn't just dream that up himself. So it was cool to see that, no, this is a vision of the future. This is what's going to happen. One of my other pros, Wonder Woman. Yeah. I thought Wonder Woman was amazing.
Too long to get into her, though.
I don't think so. I quite liked that, you know, she came in at the end. Like, you can kind of tell she doesn't want to get involved. Because she, Diana Prince, is in the film a lot. She appears quite a lot throughout it, but just as Diana Prince. And you can tell she doesn't really want to get wrapped up in what's going on. She's basically only there to deal with something that Lex Luthor has a photograph that she would quite like back. And she doesn't really give a fuck about this thing. And it's only right at the very end, as shit is just falling apart, that she's like, fucking time to suit up.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, like, time to suit up, time to go. And she was brilliant. She fucking holds her own. I mean, I don't even think she really needed Superman and Batman to be there.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but it's just... I feel it's a bit of a cop-out, you know, because, like, the thing she said, she's like, oh, he's... What he said, you've been gone for so long, she's like, I left humanity 100 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, like, I turned my back on him sort of thing, and so what, did you come back, you know?
Yeah.
This beast people, like, really? Like, what about the last time when Superman was fighting these people?
Yeah, no, but I think she can see what the potential of that group is. Like, oh, hang on, there's Superman now, there's Batman, like, we could do good, like, the world's maybe not as bad as I thought it was. We still need to see the win.
End, she was like, pure, why do you want to bring these people together? What are we going to accomplish? Do you think she was just trying to get answers out of him to see if
No, I think she genuinely is like, you know, what is your vision here? You know, what is it you think that we all need to do? But Batman knows, he's like, as much as he's like, I've got a feeling, Batman knows, like, shit is going to go down. My only other pro, so this tells you where this is kind of going, is the intro to the film. Is Batman's, like, what Bruce Wayne was doing while Superman and Zod were destroying the city. Like, while the World Engine and Man of Steel is destroying everything, he is there, fucking ground zero. He's trying to save the people in his building, his family, essentially. Like, because he knows these people, he knows certain people in the building by name. They all know him. They know he's the boss. And I mean, there's a guy, he's just a low worker, and he goes out his way to actually save this guy's life. Saves a wee girl who's just a daughter of someone in the building, knowing nearly all of his workers have died in Metropolis in one of the Wayne buildings. You know, so I like that you got to see that. I like that they did his kind of how he became Batman through a nightmare of him re-envisioning his mum and dad dying and him falling into the Batcave, because it's not very clear at first when the bats are lifting him up, and I was like, are you fucking joking? Like,
that's the opening scene, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, and I was like, are you fucking joking? Why would the bats lift him up? And then he says, that's when the dream ends. The bats lift me up into the light. And you're like, oh, right, it's just like a metaphor for him. He fell into this cave, and like that's when the Batman awoke in him. And it was as if the bats had showed him the way, like how he's going to become good. Have you got any other pros? Was there anything else in the film that you were like, oh, I really like this?
To summarise the film, right, they'll proper summary the end, right, but I did enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
I just felt the pacing was off. That's my biggest problem. Like, there was too many characters, and I feel like they're kind of going, okay, let's go, right? Yeah. Let's go. It was always trying to...
Can't see your hands. Sorry, I realised that as you were doing that. Let's go.
You know what's happening?
No, that probably looks like you're just sitting here. Fucking, let's go, Superman!
So I felt the pacing was off, and in the ending, like, that was the whole last 20-30 minutes. I mean, the fight scene was good and all that, but I was just like, sitting there like, again, and I've seen this before, you know, like, what's something new?
Yeah,
you know.
I agree with you. And with that, we'll just fire right onto the cons of the movie, if you like.
He compiled this list, but I have not read this yet. So
I made this list. I just thought of this off the top of my head. I came out of the film thinking I will never watch that again. Having had a day to kind of reflect on it, I do want to watch it again, just to solidify how I feel about it.
Well, I mean, I'm classic for this, right? I'll watch something, I'll have an opinion on it, either whether it be good or bad. Then I'll watch it second or third time, and my opinion could totally change, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm the same, but I usually watch films quite quickly after I've seen it.
I give it some time, so I'm going to have some time, I'll watch it again.
Yeah. No, I tell you right now, I will not go to the cinema again to see it. I won't pay to go and see it, but I'll certainly, when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll buy it on Blu-ray, and I'll sit and watch it again. And
I mean, we went to see The Watchmen, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I went and got it on Blu-ray. It's not one of my favourite films all the time, you know? So I mean, opinions can change, you know?
Basically, I thought, I'm trying to kind of get your... The Flash time travel thing, as I mentioned before, I thought that was totally... It seemed necessary as you're watching the film. As you get to the end of the film, you realise that had nothing to do with this. And I can understand it leaves you wondering, what was that vision all about? But I never came away feeling like that. I came away feeling like, that's kind of bugged me a bit. Like, I wish I had more answers. Let me see. Anytime Wonder Woman comes onto the screen, now, when Wonder Woman first appears, when Gal Gadot first comes into it as Wonder Woman, it's, you know, full spoilers, Batman is about to get killed off of Doomsday. She appears with the shield, you know, blocks the blast, and then, you know,
there's a wrist to block the shield first time.
Is that right? I can't remember. Either way, she does something cool, and then it plays the Wonder Woman theme song from like the 90s cartoon, right? That would have been an amazing moment had at 2 points you see a photograph. It's the photograph that Wonder Woman is trying to get off of Lex Luthor. At one point, Bruce Wayne sees it, and as he sees the picture of Wonder Woman, it plays the Wonder Woman theme music. Then later on, she's looking at an email response from him, same fucking picture again, plays a Wonder Woman theme song. So by the time it gets to her actually coming into the movie and it plays that theme that could have been really epic, you're like, this is the third time I've heard this fucking theme song now, and it plays every fucking time she's in the movie. I don't know if you noticed, any time she's in a scene and she does that thing where she's like, it's pure, and you're like, are you fucking joking? How many times it's pure, it's pure, how many times do I need to hear this fucking...
I think of a different song.
No, that's actual, that is the theme. I was like, are you fucking joking? Like, people are saying that everyone had weird cues, like everyone had a theme and it played every time they were on. None of them are as noticeable as that. Like, that got ridiculous, actually. Because I was actually sitting watching the film pure, how many times have I heard this theme song now? Like, it's not cool. And that's the other thing, that they're trying to ground this in reality. Why would you be playing some cheesy fucking 90s throwback music for a character trying to ground in reality? Like, it was so distracting from the movie. Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, what a shiter of a cat.
No.
Poor casting.
I liked him.
Oh, really?
Yes, I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, I thought he was terrible.
Because we've seen Lex Luthor before in Smallville, and it was good. You know, it was that really dark sort of kind of. It was friend of Clark's, but then slowly became like enemies and all that sort of stuff. But I really like this whole kind of psychotic side to him.
Oh no, that's
the absolute kind of.
Yeah,
I
like that. Right. What I didn't like was, at no point in that film did I ever think that guy was smart enough to orchestrate the whole fucking plot of that. I was like, he looks like a dick who, like, he looks like he's invented Facebook and has somehow figured out who the fuck Batman is, who the fuck Superman is, and managed to get them to fight each other.
But is that not the whole ideal about Lex Luthor? Is he's like a genius and no one expects it.
Yeah, exactly, but...
And he does things that no one expects, so he throws these things out no one thinks like, oh, it could be him, you know?
No, but that's like, no, I can understand that, but I just think Jesse Eisenberg, looking at him, I was like, I don't believe he's smart enough to have figured that out. I think he looks like he doesn't have a fucking clue what's going to... Like, I would have cast somebody so much better for that role. Like, I could have done a better job casting, and that says a lot.
I liked him.
On the
did you think of anyone off the top of your head? Did you think a better Lex Luthor?
That's let me think. That's young enough. What age do they need to be? Do they need to be?
They have to be the same age as Superman, you know, roughly.
Same age as Superman.
In that age bracket,
Henry
5 years, you know.
Henry Cavill's in his 30s. See, to be honest, I would have cast Bryan Cranston. That was a big rumour that was going about. Bryan Cranston would have been excellent as Lex Luthor. Not just because he's bald, just because I could believe that Bryan Cranston is a fucking psychotic genius.
He's not bald, it's a bald cap.
Yeah, no, but Jesse Eisenberg, like, at no point did I believe this guy is a genius and has orchestrated this whole thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in Smallville was more, they went from the school kid to the psychotic side, and this one is more the kind of...
And the thing is...
flamboyant, like, pure, yes, I'm crazy, but he's fucking show you how, you know.
He's also meant to be... He's, like, the way I came across was he's meant to be scary. think of the senator, like, or whatever she is.
Okay,
She's scared of him, right? What I'd be like, you're a wee knob, fuck off, like, I'm fucking throw his whiskey in his face. I'm like, fuck off, you prick.
Yeah, like I thought
He
the scenes
just
were
doesn't
really weird.
look-
Like the one scene with her in the room, like I thought he was going to kill her. I'm like,
I didn't think he was going to kill her because I thought this guy's a ball bag.
nothing happened. You know, it was kind of weird. You know.
So yeah, the other thing as well, in Man of Steel, Superman goes in, he finds the ship, he goes in and the robot tries to attack him until he plugs it in. It's like, oh, you're Kryptonian, that's fine. Lois Lane goes in and the wee robot tries to kill her. Then all of a sudden, fast forward to Batman vs Superman, Lex Luthor goes into the ship. That robot, as soon as the door opens, is like, cool, in you come. Then it gets to the command console and it's like, oh, I'm the computer. Would you like to assume control? I'd be like, I was pure, what the fuck? So this computer just goes, oh, anyone who walks in somehow...
No, does he not use the fingerprints to gain access to the ship door?
Oh yeah, he opens the door. What does that say? I mean, that's...
Well, but that was Zod's DNA on that.
Yeah, but that's not, it's only in his fingerprints to open a fucking door. These robots are all still kicking about. They all know he's human. And then it's like, oh, would you like to take control? And then the computer's like, oh, the council said we're not allowed to do this. I'll let you do it anyway.
See, add to that is just because he's took Zod's fingertips, he's recognised that, and they probably just went, well, okay, let's see how this goes.
Oh no, I just thought, I was like, really, the ship is just giving
No,
you...
but the ship gave him command, so it's probably because in Man of Steel, Zod overwrote the ship commands from what was
Jor-El.
yeah. So maybe it's because he used his fingertips. That still had super.
I don't know. I was
you
like,
know?
oh my god! Talk about how fucking convenient. And then all of a sudden, he knows everything. He knows how to create Doomsday. Which my next point, Doomsday. What a waste of a character. I felt they could have had Doomsday speak and actually make sense, rather than just basically be the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. Because that's exactly what he is. Except he can shoot a big fucking energy pulse out. Like, what the fuck? That's all he was. It was just... I honestly felt that Doomsday was basically just there for the sake of having someone to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I at no point was I like... Oh, he's a really imposing foe. I was like, he's just a big fucking mental guy who wants to... And he actually looks just like... You've not seen The Incredible Hulk, but he actually looks just like the Abomination. And I was like, are we seriously doing this right now? Like, the worst Marvel movie, and that's what you're gonna...
So I've not watched it.
Yeah, and even then, it's only the worst just because it's just not that great. Hulk, sadly, can't have a standalone movie. So let me see, I've covered Lex, covered Doomsday, covered the Wonder Woman music. The ship giving out too much information. Too much Justice League. How convenient that Lex has the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, all on just... Oh, I've just got this CCTV footage of them.
See, right, Molly great with that, right, is that makes sense for someone like Lex, right? What was missing from that page was Superman and Batman, right? Because think about it, right, if he's studying, like, superheroes, right, why do I have them all on the one page?
No,
Why
but
do I have a separate page for the ones that he's not met?
No, but I
you know?
think the reason Superman's not on it is because Superman's out in the public eye. Everyone knows about him.
But still should have file him.
He's
do you think?
studying well, I don't know. He's studying... No, because this is what they're talking about, the meta-human theory, and it's like that there is these people that exist. It's not just Superman. So he's studying the other people that exist. Now,
Why is Batman not on that list though?
because he's not a meta-human.
But he doesn't know that, does he?
Yeah, but he's also in the public eye. People know he exists. He's aiming at other people that we don't know that exist. Now, the only credible the only credible one out of the whole thing was... Okay, no, tell I, Wonder Woman's credible because he has this photo of her from like the 1940s, and then he's got CCTV footage of this same woman how he's managed to make the connection that this is the same person, fuck knows. The Flash made sense because you see the Flash is buying something in a shop and a crime goes and then he just disappears. Aquaman. I didn't even notice that. Aquaman, the CCTV footage of that, for a man who lives under the sea, who clearly doesn't want to be seen, a submarine comes up to him and he actually comes right up to it and waits like 30 seconds before he goes, destroyed, and then shoots off, and you're like, are you fucking joking? Cyborg, what was that? Was that the Allspark from Transformers? Like, that's fucking weird.
Put the cube in my chest.
Yeah, and it's like, all of a sudden this guy's becoming a robot. Like, way too much trying to like incorporate the Justice League.
Again, I'm not a huge DC fan. I know Batman, I know Superman. Heard of these other guys, I don't know any of their stories. You know, so for me, that was so overwhelming. Especially Cyborg, I was like, I don't have a fucking clue
that's what I feel. I mean, I know some of their backstories, but even then, even I, as a fan, was like, this is overwhelming. Like,
I mean, even just a casual person, you can kind of figure them all out. But see Cyborg, see if no one had told me that was Cyborg, I'd have no clue. Yeah,
and the other thing as well, if anyone who's watching this has been paying any attention to like, oh, Aquaman's going to be in it, Flash is going to be in it, they are not. Like, they are not even as cameos at best. But it's so irritating because there is nothing to back. It's not like there's no information about them. It is just, here are these 4 random people that you don't know anything about.
So, say this film, right? Say we go back in time and just put this film into 2. How do you feel about that? If they made this film into 2, like part 1, part 2.
No, I don't
would you think it'd be better that way?
I don't even think they should have. I think they've basically decided, okay, look at the way Marvel is just dominating this shit. We need to catch up. So rather than do what Marvel did and start slow and go, here's Iron Man, here's Captain America, here's Thor. Oh, look, they're all and the Hulk. They're all together now. How cool was that? Because you already know all these characters. Instead they've went, Man of Steel, Batman and Superman are now fighting each other. Oh, look at that. Here's the whole fucking Justice League. Apart from Green Lantern, because we don't even want to talk about Green Lantern right now. It was so rushed. I just felt... I was like, what are we doing here? Why are we... Just wait for... Justice League is in 2 fucking parts. Do all this in Justice League. Save it for that.
It's not even that. It's like... Batman in this film has clearly been around for quite a while.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time at this point.
And there's no real evidence to show it. Like, well, it's heavily implied in the film, whether people talk about it or not. But I mean, like, you wouldn't know that going into the film, would you? Really?
He's been around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but unless you'd really read up on it.
No, because they tell you he says quite clearly, Alfred, like 20 years in Gotham.
No, I get that, but I mean, like, so say, like, you watch Man of Steel, then you go to see this, right? You don't read up the internet, you don't read on what's happening in these films, that you don't know who's going to be in them.
Yeah.
And then you just watch that, okay, you say, oh, 20 years in Gotham. That doesn't necessarily mean he's Batman, you know? Like,
yeah, they do kind of make you kind of need to just roll with it and assume Batman has
the reason I knew that Batman's
time.
been a long time is because, you know, I listened to like what the director said. He's like, oh yeah, this is a Batman when he's older.
Yeah, he's a lot older
now. Like, if you didn't listen to any of that or didn't read about it, you would know this. If you watch this film, you genuinely like, what the fuck, man? And why is only reacting to this Bat guy more?
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense. You know, so I mean, like, it felt so rushed. I felt this film, split into 2.
Yeah.
Would have been so much better.
Yeah. Another point, Lois Lane in general. I liked her relationship with Clark. Towards
the Man of Steel, but
I
think she was pointless in this.
No, I thought she was really good in this. Up until the point where she goes to Gotham to intervene in the fight between Superman and Batman. there is literally no need for her to be there. Batman creates a spear made of kryptonite to take Superman down. Another thing, the way Superman, I'll get to this point actually, but basically Lois picks up the spear and is obviously like, this can kill Superman, fucking chucks it down some flooded stairwell, and then no one speaks to her. She's literally on her own, and then all of a sudden goes, we might need that spear, and goes back to get it, and you're like, what the fuck are you even doing there? Like,
yeah.
No, and then she ends up nearly drowning, and Superman goes to save her, and you're just pure, what the fuck was she doing there with that spear? Like, just leave it. Leave it where it is and fucking leave.
Jeff is interested in that, but right, during the film, also, you've all seen it, you're watching this, the bit where the rocket goes off, right, explodes, right, and Superman saves him. So the only way that could work is to say he was watching it live, says it exploded, goes shit, flies are so quick to save him, right? Lois, on the other hand, she's in the stairwell, the roof collapses, she's drowning for a good 30 seconds, he's like, Pierre, nope.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
You're like,
but then again, he is distracted fighting Doomsday, so that's
another thing though, right? Lois getting kidnapped caught his attention, but his own mum didn't. His mum running down an alleyway, being chased by a car. He's like, pure, fuck her.
Yeah, that is true. Like, there's loads of points in this. I mean, I'm just picking out the main ones. There is a lot to pure nitpick on this.
Yeah. And nitpicking's all we're going for. Is like, just...
Yeah, right.
Again, I enjoyed it, you know.
I think I've got 3 more points. 3 more points to
really
go over here.
Enjoy it. You really did. Just give it a 4 out of 10. Be honest with
No,
yourself.
I'm giving it a 5 because it was a middle of the road film. There's a point at the very beginning of the fight with Superman and Doomsday. Superman picks up Doomsday and goes to take him into space. Now, the government react quite quickly. They much quicker than they did in Man of Steel, and they're they're watching what's going on. Now, at this point, they do not know Doomsday can fly. They know nothing about Doomsday. He's just come into it. He's just appeared and started fucking leathering people about. Superman's flying him out into space. Now, any logical person who has known Superman has protected the world for 2 years would say, oh, Superman's flying him out into space, he's getting him away from the area, he's going to just launch him into space and leave him there. No. The American government, in a heartbeat, are like, fucking nuke them. Like, what the fuck? Like, so that escalated quickly. That's all I could think. I was like, really? We're going to nuke them?
What see from that point, I felt Superman didn't even know that Doomsday could fly.
Yeah, he does. No, because at that point he actually doesn't fly. Yeah. It's after that he flies. It's once he powers up.
But come on, like, absolutely, that is a response a government like that would take.
No. I reckon nuke is the last. I would be like, I'll wait and see what Superman does. Like, he's done that with everything else.
But they've just watched Superman fight him on the ground, and he's literally been like, this guy can do anything, and this is the one person we've ever seen.
No, but yeah,
properly.
Superman has a hold of him, flying him into space. Has he managed to break free? No. Superman's got a hold of him. Let's fucking... And it's not even like when they're up in spaces. As soon as they're clear of the atmosphere, fucking fire the nuke. I'm like, are you joking? Where did that...
Now, how would that impact the Earth?
Yeah, that nuclear fallout.
Yeah,
we're not even going down that road. I just thought that's so drastic, and then it didn't even work. Superman is all shriveled up, right? Then the sun comes up over there. He regenerates. We'll come back to that.
No, that's fine.
No.
It is.
No, there's a reason we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Superman.
This is maybe a quick episode.
Nuclear blast. Superman shriveled up, and then the sun regenerates him. That's great. Okay. Nuclear bomb. Just remember that. We'll come back to it. The next thing was the point of the fight between Superman and Batman. Whole point, Lex Luthor has been playing the two of them to get them to fight each other. Superman goes to fight Batman because Lex has his mum and Batman's basically wanting a fight anyway. Soon as Superman lands, he's like, oh, you were right, blah blah blah, Batman set up all these traps. He ends up pissing Superman off a wee bit, so they end up fighting. If I was Superman, I would have landed and went, Lex has my mum, he's played us both off each other. There's no need for us to fight. Does he do that? No. At no point does he say, there's no need for us to be fighting.
Yeah, but he kind of does it because he says, listen, he's like, I'm done listening.
No, but that's the thing. As soon as you walked into that first trap, you are the fucking Man of Steel. These traps aren't going to affect you. Just stand still.
No, but they do. That's the thing, they do affect him, right?
The only thing that affects him is the kryptonite gas.
No, that's not true, right? Because Superman, right, can be killed by gunfire, right? It would just take an extraordinary amount to do it, right? Like, every time he gets hit, right, it slightly weakens him, right? But because he regenerates so quickly,
but hang on, we're talking about this universe. Gunfire doesn't affect him.
It does, though.
Not in this
It
universe.
slows him down.
But that's the thing, he destroys these things. All he has to do is destroy
Like,
the
if they're
trap.
playing to the true Superman,
stand
right?
still.
I mean, I know it's impossible, right? But if you somehow had a way to constantly focus fire on Superman, he would never move. Eventually, for a long period of time, you would kill him, right?
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is...
So those guys,
right,
does weaken him a
yeah,
bit.
those two turrets go off.
He regenerates so quickly.
He destroys them both.
Yeah.
Why keep moving? Just stand and say, let's stop fighting. Like, your mum has been captured. Why are you interested in fighting Batman? Just say, you were right. Like, the shit is going down. Come on, the two of us will go and fix this. But no, they have this fight. Literally, by the end of the fight, I was like, what was the point in this? And then it ends because he goes, you need to save Martha. And Batman goes, oh, my mum was called Martha. And you're like, are we fucking joking? It was so fucking pointless.
Honestly, best bit of the whole film, right, is when they're toe to toe. He just goes.
Oh yeah, just fucking
through the fucking
literally
wall,
pushes. Literally like get the fuck off my shit.
It's not even like a two highways, it's like just pure fuck off.
And Batman goes flying. I mean,
it's not even like that. It's literally he just touches him, and he's just pure.
The fight was really good.
Yeah, brilliant fight.
But I couldn't help but sitting like the whole time. I was sitting thinking like, this is pointless, because I'd already thought before he'd even started fighting, I was like, why didn't you just say he has your mum? Like, what the fuck? Why have you started fighting him for no reason? And then he even says like, oh, if I wanted you dead, you would already be dead. Like, at that point, see, instead of saying that, just say, fucking stop fighting with me. I've got something to tell you. It's really important. It's my mum.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because like he knew the whole ultimatum was like, oh, if I kill you, my mum's safe. But say I'm going to throw you through a few walls.
Because he actually
speeches,
he even says to Lois before he goes there, I need to try and convince him to help me fight. Does he do that? No. Not at any point does he say, I need you to try and help me. Like, it's just like, oh, I've said a couple of words, you've set one trap that will never kill me. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to fight you now.
That's why I feel the pacing was so off, because
the story was all over the place.
Again, see if this was 2 films, I feel like all this would be fixed. They could have stretched it out longer. They could have made everything, the whole like the rivalry better, the coming together better, the introduction of new characters. Like, it would have been so much better if it was for 2 films.
I'll be honest. I think the way they went about this film, this is not what I wanted. Not at all. Like,
but do you just feel this way because of what Marvel have done? And you're so happy with the Marvel films that
no, because
used to this?
Because Marvel are absolutely nailing it, and I just can't get past how DC have, because I knew straight away as soon as they announced. See, when they said it was Batman versus Superman, I was like, that is cool. See, when they were like, this is the introduction to the Justice League, I was like, that is a bad idea. Because you'll lose sight of what Batman versus Superman is, which they totally do. The fight is like, for anyone who's going in like expecting this massive fight, it is done in like 5 minutes.
They've all seen it.
Yeah, if you've seen it, it is done in 5 minutes. There was no fight. There was no reason to actually fight.
I like that because one of my favourite, like, it's super controversial. My favourite superhero fights, right, is in Iron Man 2 because it's quick, it's realistic, it's pretty much like, aside from the whole thing, the robots flying out, right, see the whole fight with Whiplash and Iron Man and fucking
War Machine. Yeah.
It's relatively quick, and I like that because
I agree.
I hate fights that drag on the whole kind of thing, like, oh, I'm beating you, you're beating me, I'm beating you, oh, I win. That was just.
No, but I agree with you, but that's like the end fight, whereas this whole film is meant to be about these two characters fighting each other. It is not that. Basically, the film is Batman is really like, oh no, hang on, Superman has too much power, he shouldn't be in control of that. If he's even the slightest bit of a threat, we need to be sure. At no point is Superman like, I'm going to take on Batman.
Yeah.
Clark Kent is like, this is a bit wrong, like we shouldn't be letting this guy go unregistered.
Kind of at one point, he's like, when Batman is trying to steal the kryptonite, and Superman shows up and he's just pure, consider us a threat.
But that's basically him just saying, that's the Clark Kent in him, is like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, he's not really wanting to fight Batman because he's like, I'll beat you, I don't give a fuck. I felt the fight was so pointless, and I was like, I can't believe why not just call it Dawn of Justice? Like, make it a 3-part Justice League movie. Like, don't call it Batman vs Superman because they don't actually fight. They fight for about 5 minutes and then team up. And I'm like, oh, that's such a shite way to sell that movie. Like, that fucked me off. And then the final thing I want to approach on is the funeral at the end. Superman stabbed by Doomsday, and that's what kills him. Nuclear blast. If I stabbed you right now.
Okay, no, but before you go on, right, the stabbing killed him because of the kryptonite, though.
Oh,
and because of the kryptonite, it was basically essentially made mortal, and that's why he died, right?
Yeah.
My only problem is, right, okay, so think about this, right. His father told him, right, why he gets his powers. He gets his power from the sun, right? Him and Lois live together. They're lovers, right? Surely at some point she said, "Here, by the way, how is it you like this, right?"
Yeah.
And he must have said,
"Where do your powers come from?"
It's the sun. So, how come, right? I know that's not said, but how come like he dies now and she's like, "Pure, closed casket on a rainy day."
Yeah, exactly. Fuck this. I know.
You'd be like, no. He told me he's probably came out the fucking sun.
Regardless, right, he regenerates really quickly. I just couldn't. I was like, are you joking? This guy regenerated from a nuclear blast like
Why
that?
didn't they do the thing like they did in Batman and Robin? They use the satellites to reposition the sun.
No, honestly, it was so shit. They have a funeral for Clark fucking Kent. Do you know what I mean? Like, and Man of Steel, it ends with him going into the Daily Planet to start as Clark Kent to, you know, keep his hidden identity. Batman vs Superman, at the end they're just like, oh, he was Clark Kent, how sad, boo-hoo, he's dead.
I didn't take it as that. I took it as they still thought it was the funeral because during the state funeral.
Oh yeah, they had the monument thing for him.
They did the state funeral for Superman where they buried him, they buried the coffin.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then the other one was Clark Kent, there was like no one there.
Yeah.
So I still took it as they didn't know.
I just think, how fucking convenient.
Yeah.
Superman and Clark Kent both die in the same day. I was like, are you joking?
I'm sure a few people died that night.
I'm
sure buildings were destroyed.
The funeral, and it was so dragged on. Like, I think the point. I mean, at no point was I like, Superman's dead. No point. I wasn't even like, are they going to throw a curveball? I was like, no way. They cannot do the Justice League without Superman. So he's definitely not dead. That funeral dragged the fuck on. We're all throwing dirt over the coffin. And then right there, rather than even do the whole, oh, maybe he is, they show you the dirt rising up. I'm like, are we fucking joking?
And to explain that, obviously, radiation penetrates any material, and it probably just took longer. They just penetrated the clouds and the coffin and the dirt before it was cells started to properly regenerate. But I mean, again, all this could have avoided
I actually see in
put him in the
hindsight,
sun.
if I could go back and speak to the people that wrote this film, I'd be like, see, everything you're planning to do, don't do it. Like, don't approach it the way you think that you're going to approach it. Doomsday being in the trailers, I thought that was cool. See, now watching the film, I'm like, I wish that was a secret. Because I was sitting there, nothing else. The only thing in that whole film that surprised me was the Flash coming back in time to warn Bruce Wayne about the Vision. And then at the end, Batman goes to visit Lex Luthor, who Lex Luthor now somehow knows that Darkseid is coming. And, he's coming, he's going to destroy the world. I'm like, really? Like, how long did it take to set up Thanos? It took the Avengers movie. Fucking 2 films in, we're like, Darkseid's coming, he's going to destroy the world. I'm like, fuck right off. Like, I'm still saying this is a 5 out of 10 movie. It is good, go and watch it, but see if you're a fan of DC, like, they are just fucking... They have just went full steam ahead, we need to catch up with Avengers, and it was the worst mistake they could have ever made.
That's why I think 2 films would been perfect.
I just think do intro all these different characters first, then do Batman versus Superman. Because you can say Wonder Woman, because hers is a period piece, hers is set in the 1940s. You can do a cyborg film during the 2 years between Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. You can do a Flash film set between these things, then culminate it all in Batman versus Superman. Then they all find out about each other through the different CCTV.
Yeah, but like I feel like obviously they're too late to that, and yes, in hindsight, right, all the Marvel films were good, right, but see, back then we didn't know that was the case. You know, we've like Iron Man came out like, oh yeah, that was good actually, it was a good film. And then Captain America like, oh that's good. Oh, they're doing the Avengers now.
No, but that's the thing. We knew they did say they were doing Avengers.
Yeah. Did they say it from Iron Man or was it not from
No, I'm pretty sure like from the word go that they had a plan, like they planned to bring the Avengers into it.
But we never knew how it was going to go. We all had doubt. Like,
and the thing is,
we see Avengers, we all had doubts. Like, this is probably going to be shite. They're probably going to ruin it. It's probably.
I had no doubts after watching Iron Man. I didn't like Captain America, but that's because it was a period piece. I can't go World War films. They just bore the fuck out of me. So that kind of bored me. But I liked the character. I liked who the cast is. I loved Iron Man and I loved Thor. So I was like, I don't see how this. I didn't actually know what to expect from Avengers. Avengers Age of Ultron's a bit of a letdown just because it just will never match. It was all over the place as well. I mean I prefer Marvel, but believe me,
Robert
like
California was well, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was. But believe me, like if a DC film's better, like I'll say it's better. I actually think Suicide Squad will be a better film than Batman versus Superman, and that is shocking to say.
See, I don't get how you could actually make a film, right, about a bunch of criminals who are in prison in Arkham for doing horrible...
They're not in Arkham.
Oh, no, I know that, like, but they all were in Arkham, they're not?
No, they're in Belle Reeve. Like, they have a reason to be good. They've got chips implanted in their brain.
Yeah, but they're not, like, they're all originally from Arkham?
No.
No?
No. Deadshot is an assassin, he gets arrested. No, they're all from different places.
Okay,
they get brought to
DC, you know, better.
Yeah, they get brought to Belle Reeve because they are like the worst of the worst.
Maybe that's my point. Okay, so like, regardless of where they were, right, I just find it hard to believe that like even if they do have a chip in their brain, you can really convince these people they're fucking horrible cunts.
Yeah, because
to like do goodwill, you know.
No, because I reckon see some of the cast have announced for that, they're dying straight away. Like, I guarantee there is somebody who goes, fuck this, and tries to leave and his head blows up. And they're all like, whoa, I might be a bad guy, but I don't want that shit done. I want to get out of this situation.
Will Smith playing Deadshot, yeah?
Yeah.
So, obviously not killing off Will Smith, right?
But he's Deadshot's an alright guy. He does a lot of the stuff for his daughter. He just gets caught doing a shit thing.
But he's still an assassin, kills a lot of good people.
Right, he's an assassin, but he's paid to do it. Like... There's probably a lot of good assassins.
So he's a good character, you know. That's
Joker, I don't think he's part of the Suicide Squad.
Oh no, absolutely not. You know.
I actually think.
Same with Harley Quinn. She's not.
No, she is. She's part of the Suicide
Think
Squad.
so?
Yeah, oh, definitely, because she's in Belle Reve. I don't think Joker is. I actually think Joker is more to do with how Harley Quinn became Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think a lot of
That's why I don't think Harley Quinn will be any part of the Suicide Squad in this.
She definitely is, because she's in the jail. Like, you see her,
Aye,
like,
she'll be in the jail now.
and she's
like,
teamed up with him, whereas you don't see Joker with any of the other members of the
But
Suicide
do you see her
Squad.
on missions with them, or do you
Yeah.
just see her talking to
No,
them?
you see her on missions with them.
Right, okay.
So, like, I think they're going after Enchantress. I don't think
Yeah,
Enchantress
I've
is.
heard that.
I don't think she's actually part of the Suicide Squad. We're kind of done with it. This is more a conversation between us, to be fair. Anyway, if you want to go and see, if you've seen Batman vs Superman, hopefully you agree with us that it wasn't what we really
If you
wanted.
don't see it, you're fucking angry. You just watch this, like.
No, if you've not seen it and you were like, you know, I don't care about spoilers, I just want to know if it's a good film to go and watch. Hopefully we've basically told you, like,
Yeah, go watch it.
yeah, go watch it, like, have your own opinion on it. Like, we have our opinions, but what I will say is I am a massive the comic book movies. I live for this shit. Like, these are my favourite films, and this by a country mile is the worst one I've seen out of them all, including. It's not as bad as the Incredible Hulk. I'll say that, but I actually preferred Man of Steel. If I'm totally honest, Man of Steel's a better film.
Yeah. We watched Man of Steel the other night, right? See, the worst part of the whole film, I just realised it the other night, is that where Zod discovers heat vision. It does that whole free scene thing as it goes, ah, ah, from the three different angles.
Yeah, but no, but Man of Steel, I actually thought it was a better film, because I was like, don't get me wrong, I hate the ending of Man of Steel. The fight with Zod is completely pointless, but up till that point, that was here's the story, bang, there you go, you know what you're getting. Whereas Batman vs Superman, I was like, loads of points, I was like, what the fuck is going on? How does Lex know all this stuff? Like,
he's a genius though.
No, but he is not that much of a genius that he's just orchestrated this amazing. Like, he knows exactly when Batman and Superman are going to fight each other. Like, there was loads of it. I was like, I don't care how much of a genius you are, you don't know, like, what these people are going to do. Like, but yet he didn't see them teaming up. I was like, alright, really, you saw the whole thing in your head. You saw them fighting and that, but you didn't see that Superman would go, here mate, this cunt's got my mum, let's go and team up. I was like, really? You didn't see that?
I don't care. And it's Martha. Fuck.
Oh, it was just... Anyway, for more spoil, we'll do more spoiler cast, we'll keep it locked at the Cosy Couch.
You can't say that.
Why?
IGN say that.
Fuck IGN. Oh, we're gonna get, like, they're gonna copyright us.
Don't fuck IGN. We support them.
Yeah, we get a lot of our news from IGN. But still, either way, just,
You know our own kit. Stay cozy.
stay cozy.
It's a cozy couch.
That's actually not bad.
I forgot to say that in episode 4.
Well, there you go. Stay cozy. See you later.
Bye.
Yes.